You've been having some questions. Okay? Someone is asking, what is the meaning of the sickness Mr. Joseph had? What's the question? What's the question? Who is ready to hear the answer? Can you remember what he said he had? Dyslexia. Lexis has to do with language, the structure of language. So the BYS, has to do with inability to handle the structure of language. He had issues with reading. Do you get that? He had issues with reading. He had issues decoding the sounds. He had issues knowing what sound represented what symbol. Is that clear? How many people have ever had issues with reading here? But you overcome it. Who has overcome reading problems? Great, you. So is that answer okay? He had issues with reading, dyslexia. And someone is asking, is tallness a disability? If you are tall, is it a disability? Can I get an answer from the house? We cannot say it is a disability because it is an ability that is different from what others have. Did you get that? Tallness is an advantage. Did you hear that? That tallness is an advantage for so many things. Is it disadvantaged? Does it have any disadvantage? How many people play basketball here? And you just drop the basket, your ball into the basket. Is that a disability? So there is an advantage in everything that's happening to us. Is that okay? Someone is asking, is disability inherited from parents or something they can be born with or something they can learn? Did you hear the questions? Hello? Hello? Is disability inherited from parents? Yes, sometimes. Is it something that one could be born with? Yes, sometimes. Or is it something that they can learn? Yes, sometimes. So the answers are yes, 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 and sometimes no, no, no. Is that okay? It depends on the situation. For instance, you find someone biting their nails and you begin to bite your nails. Were you born with that? You just got to learn it. So, another question. If you are normal when you get born, is it possible to get disability just like that? Did you hear that question? That you are normal when you're born. Is it possible to get a disability just like that? Did you hear the question? You are born normal. You were born normal. Is it possible to get a disability just like that? I see fear in this question. What did I say I'm seeing? Yes, I sense a feeling of fear from this child. And I want to drop a word with you. Please don't ever be afraid of the future. Did you hear me? What did I say? What did I say? Don't ever be afraid of the future. Is that okay? Did you hear me? Some people are born with the disabilities they have. Some acquire it along life way. Did you hear me? Some acquire it as they are growing up. It's possible to have what you didn't have when you were born. But I want to leave that word with you. And I want you to have it in your mind that you should never, what? That you should never, high scholars, what did I say? Don't ever be afraid. Is that okay? Okay. How does someone gain disability? It's possible you were born with it. It's possible to acquire it along the way. But don't ever be afraid. Okay? Does our disability make us unique to people and ourselves? Yes, it makes you unique. Excuse me. How about the slides? Okay. You are a unique child. I want you to touch yourself and say, I am unique. I am unique. Say that again. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are the works of God in my life. High scholars. No, don't call them. High scholars. I am unique and fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are the works of God in my life. Why do people have disabilities? No, this is a question. Don't say it again. Thank you. Why do people have disabilities? It could be genetic. It could be environmental factors. What did I say? Genetic, meaning from the parents, environmental factors, toxins in the air, so many reasons. Another question. Why is disability in everyone? Did you hear that question? Why is disability in everyone? Is there a disability in everyone? Do you believe there's a disability in everyone? Those things you cannot do as perfectly as others would do. That means you're differently abled. Wow. These are 4 questions in one. What is the highest level of autism on the spectrum? How do you know you have ADHD? How do you help autistic children who have tantrums? Is anosmia? Is that anosmia? Professor Joseph, come and help me. Anosmia or insomnia? Is there something like anosmia?
Anosmia. No, there's nothing like that.
Or is it insomnia?
Maybe you want to say insomnia or dyslexia.
It exists. It does. Anosmia. Please, what's the meaning? Who knows the meaning? Please come up. Hello, everyone. Can you clap him? Because I'm just learning a new word today. Anosmia. Who has a dictionary to confirm? Please check your phones if you have one.
It's called anoxuria, and it's a disorder mostly found in girls who feel ashamed of their body fat and their weight, and they were trying to get lose weight.
Please, can you clap him? Thank you for the enlightenment. I'm grateful. Did you hear him? If you're trying to help somebody disabled and you can't do it, what will you do? Okay, we'll answer that question. The person who does not have hands with that person who did not have hands, was he a cameraman? If yes, how? Question for Emmanuel Olufemi. Okay, that person that did not have hands, was he a cameraman? Is that Pastor Nick? No, but he's not a cameraman. Was he? He's not there. Okay, anosmia is there. Wow, it's a French word. Anosmia. It means nose blindness or smell blindness. Please, can you clap that child that wrote this question? Because we all learned a new word today. What's the new word? Anosmia. Wow, it means nose blindness. Thank you so much. Okay, now, hello everyone. We want to break the barriers. According to your questions, these are barriers in your mind. How can I help a child with autism? If I want to help someone with disability and I cannot, what can I do? And you know, we are also talking about leadership. We are talking about what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? When we are talking about leadership, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when we are talking about leadership? A lot should be coming to your mind when we are talking about leadership. When we are talking about leadership, a lot should be coming to your mind. Do you know that you can lead yourself? And that's called self-leadership. Say that. Self-leadership. When we are talking about leadership, there are so many words that come to mind. But the first word is vision. Vision. What you see about tomorrow. Vision, enthusiasm, even listening is a leadership skill. Do you know that? Listening is a leadership skill. So, when we want to make, from the questions, I discovered that some people really want to make a difference in the lives of those who are differently abled. That is a leadership skill. You must have an open mind. What did I say? You must have an open mind. You must think about change, positive change. What did I say? And today we are talking about those who are different from us in many ways. We are talking about those who are different from us in many ways. I know you've been taught a lot in this school. And you know who a leader is. And many of us are already leaders. If you are a leader in the school, raise your hand. If you are a leader in the school, raise your hand. But today, I want to tell you that you are a leader. Why? Because apart from leading others, you're also leading yourself. Did you hear me? You are leading yourself. Yes, you might be wondering, how am I leading myself? You know, leadership is about capabilities, being able, overcoming obstacles, building yourself and holding yourself accountable. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You seize every opportunity to help, especially those who are differently able. Did you get that? Why is it only one voice? So every time you see possibilities, every time you see what? Every time you see what? Who knows about sustainable development goals of the United Nations? Do you know about the United Nations? Do you know about the sustainable development goals? Okay, that's your assignment. Write it down. Write it down that you are going to, Mr. Joseph, please, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, especially 10 and 11, because that's the one that has to do with people who are differently abled. Did you get that? The sustainable goals were set by the United Nations to create a secure and sustainable future. Why are you in school? Because you're thinking about tomorrow. Why are the differently able people in school? Because they are thinking about tomorrow. Is that okay? Okay. So the United Nations set out to reduce inequality and to make life easy for everyone. We need to learn about that. So, as students, as teachers, as parents, we need to help those who are differently abled. You know, there's something I witnessed one day. A child who has Down syndrome. She's a bit older than the others in the school. And two of the children walked up to her. Is it true that you are so and so years old? Was that good? Was that good? Why? Because that didn't really go down well with me. Just because that child is older than you and in a lower class than you, instead of you to go asking the child, is it true that you're already 18? Is it true that you're already 16? What should you do? You should plan to help that child. You should make use of every opportunity you find to help those that are differently able. I watched one video where someone who is visually impaired was trying to find his way and his money fell. And someone took it. Is that good? Is that good? So when it's time for elections in the school, do we involve those who are differently abled? Do we campaign for them to win? Do we tell them you can do it? Do you do that? Are you sure that you walk up to someone who is differently able and you say, contest, you will win. I'm going to campaign for you. So when will the next elections be? When will the next elections be holding? When will the next elections be holding? Okay, so how are we going to do it differently? I hope we are going to look out for those who are differently able and encourage them, tell them that it's possible. Did you hear that? So in the school, you have to look out for those who are differently able. Say, from today, I will look out for those who are differently able. Say it. High scholars, I hear you. Okay, so I know that the teachers in Bankys have been doing a lot for the children who are differently abled, but we want to do more. We want to, we want to, we must reduce the learning gaps as a school. We must do that because that is how to give them the skills they need in leadership positions tomorrow. Did you get that? If someone cannot read, the person can lead differently. Did you hear? If someone cannot talk, they can lead differently. Because leadership is all about making a difference. Did you hear me? Leadership is what? Leadership is what? And reducing the inequality between those who are typical and those who are differently abled. Did you get that? So, we know that in Bankys we have the rams, the children who are not mobile are able to get into the classes. But is it like that in every place? Is it like that in every place? It's not like that in every place. So we need to say thank you to Bankys. Say it. Yes, because we have people who have vision impairment. Some cannot walk. Some cannot hear. Some have brain issues. Some have medical issues. And some have mental health issues. They are just sad. Have you ever had a sad friend? You just noticed that your friend was sad. Did you add to the sadness or you tried to help? Which one did you do? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. Do you know that love can heal? Who knows that love can heal? Yes, love can heal. If you go out of your way to love those people who are differently able, you know that they can heal faster than having medicine? Do you know that? You have to make up your mind today that no matter how differently abled another person is, you are going to treat the person with respect. Did you hear me? That you're going to treat the person with what? Respect is another ingredient. You have to love and respect no matter how differently abled they are. So, talking about the future and leaders, like I've already said that the next elections, we have to make it inclusive. Inclusive in such a way that if you know those of us who are differently able, and you know that this person can function in this position, go ahead, encourage the person. Tell him or her, you can do it. What did I say? That you can do it. And then you go ahead, even campaign for the person. There are so many stakeholders, but we are today talking about school communities, the teachers, the students, the school leaders. I want to thank Bankys for making their curriculum friendly for those who are differently abled. Can we roll and talk for Bankys Private School? Yes, for the school leaders, for the Discovery Center, for the speech therapists, for everyone, the rehabilitation scientists. You have to keep clapping for all the technocrats and all the technical people who have been making life easy for the differently abled people. We need to tell them thank you. So, I know this is not for you, but you can look out for children who you think may have issues tomorrow. You can know them. Yes, you can. Don't worry. You'll be taught. So you can talk to your mom or your dad that mommy, talk to so and so's mom to bring the child to school, that the child will fare better if the child starts to get help early. So say early intervention. Yes, that helps. So you're ready to advocate for them, to talk for them. So the way forward is functional education, life skills. How many people here cannot lace their shoes? You cannot lace your shoes. Raise your hand. You see, but I have seen a 21-year-old who couldn't lace his shoes. When you see that, what would you do? Would you laugh? If you find someone even older than you or younger who cannot lace their shoes, what should you do? Yes, you can even go ahead to teach the person how to do it, not just helping. Is that okay? Now, when we're talking about life skills, all of us here are involved now. How many people can cook in this hall? You can cook, not noodles. Are you sure? Okay, hold up for yourselves. Okay, now, time is up, okay? So, those of us who cannot cook, are you thinking about a sustainable future? Hello? Hello? You need to know how to cook. Is that okay? You need to know how to wash. You need to know how to clean up after yourself. How many people have caregivers at home? Domestic staff cleaning their houses? No, it's wrong. You have to clean up your space. You have to care for yourself. Is that okay? And then, look at me. Just look at me. Hello? Hello? I'm about to round up. You see, that your classmates that cannot copy their notes, what do you do to help them? Do you copy for them? Are you allowed to copy for them? Do you start laughing at them? What should you do? Encourage them. Is that okay? There are so many things that we can do to prepare our loved ones, our lovely children who are differently abled, because we expect that they are going to live tomorrow. Are you ready to? It's not coming. There were some pictures I wanted to show to you. You know, if you're good, there are some pictures I want to show to you that it is possible, no matter how differently abled you are, to be recognized, to be a leader in your field. And please, those of us that are in SS3, let me see your hands. SS3, yes, please, study a course that is natural to you. Don't be forced into anything because your peers are there. And then our differently able children, be encouraged. You are already a leader. Clap them. Everyone, roll up for them. You are already a leader. Yes. You have so much in you. Be encouraged. Don't be discouraged. You were born great and you are still great. And you will continue to be great. And your life will continue to be greater and greater in Jesus' name. So there are some pictures I want to show to you. I'm trying to tell you today that that's your talent. I'm talking to everyone in the hall now. That's your talent. You can talk, you can draw, you're friendly with people, you have a lot. You have a lot in you. You can dramatize, you can dance, you love people, you care about others, you can imitate, and you have original ideas too. The world is waiting for you. What did I say? The world is waiting for you. What did I say? Yes. So you are great. Touch yourself, say, I am great. I am a leader. You know the thing with leadership is curiosity. What did I say? Curiosity. You want to solve problems. You want to. Leaders are problem solvers. Once you can solve a problem, you are a. So we need to help those who are differently able to become problem solvers. What did I say? We need to help the differently able people to become problem solvers, to become solution providers. Say that. Do you know that there's a word called becoming? Who knows about that word? Becoming. If you know the word, raise your hand. Okay, just a few. Becoming. Can you remember the first day you stepped into the school? Or maybe you were too young to remember. But can you remember the first day of this term? And where you have reached today? Have you not become better? Eh? There's a principle in life. Make sure every day you're doing something that makes you better. Every day, do something that does what? Every day, do something that makes you, and you can get better every day in little ways. The idea is to get better. And you can help those who are differently able to get better in their lives. Did you hear? You can do it. You can give them words of encouragement. You can help them in many ways that you never even thought of. Is it coming? Okay. So those of you that ask the questions, how can I help a child with autism? Love them first of all, accept them and respect them. What did I say? Love them first of all, accept them and respect them. Once you do those three things, you've gone really far. And that brings me to the point of some of us that don't love ourselves because we think we are too tall, or we are too short, or we don't understand things in the class. No, we are not like the other person, or we don't have long hair, or our hair is not growing, or something. I don't like my legs. I remember in my secondary school, hey, a lot of body, what can I say? I don't want to use that word. A lot of body inspection. Okay, so we have a girl over here. What number is she from the left? What number is she from the left? From the left. From the left. Oh, it's my left. Oh, my left is different. Okay, from your left. What number is she? Number. It's not. I see. Oh, so you can recognize her. Run and clap for yourselves. Yes, well, it's an achievement. So just be watching. This girl is differently. That's her brother, that's her mom. She was invited for a recognition by Ministry of Education because of her talent. She's so good in different things. But those two things she brought here, in fact, three words that she brought, three. So watch out, you're going to tell me what she did that made her to be invited for recognition. Just keep watching. That's her brother. Yeah, that's her. Very beautiful girl. That's her. That cap she's wearing, she designed the cap. She painted it. Yes. Oh, yeah. That's her work. That t-shirt, she designed it. Yes, and she did that painting. That's her work. That's her work. Okay? See other paintings there? That's another painting. In fact, that bag, please go back. That bag is filled with her paintings. She did the paintings. So that's the person that represents, that's me and her mom enjoying the day. So that's the person that represented the Minister of Education. And she was giving her paintings to her. Can you imagine? Please roll applause for her. Oh, you're not excited? Look at her. Look at another t-shirt. Look at her work. Can you see me there? Okay. That's another work. That's another one. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yes. This is another one. She's so good with photography. Can you see? So there's nothing that you're good in that cannot be recognized internationally. Just be intentional about what you're doing. Okay? That's her. That's her. Can you see her? Yes, that's her. We're moving out by that time. She's a happy child and very hardworking. That's her. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Please roll on top for her. Louder. Yes. So it's possible. It is possible. So it is possible. It is possible. My differently able children. It is possible. Okay. Okay. Who knows what she has? Yes, please. Clap him as he's coming. She has. Is it a death sentence? Is she not a leader in her space? Is she not a leader in her space? You either lead yourself or you lead in another organization. Right now, she has her own organization and she's the leader there. So all we have to do is help them along the way as they move towards their leadership position, as they move towards that sustainable future, as they move towards the brighter tomorrow. Let's always be your help. What did I say? Let's be kind to them. Let's love them. Let's respect them. Let's accept them. And with that, I say a big thank you for listening. Thank you.